Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? Rusty from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dares say. I was waiting for Ryan to log in. It's all good stuff. I'm on yet another laptop. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Leon, hang on a minute. Yeah, I'm on, mate. Where are you? Tell me, boy. Ryan should be here in a minute. I just want to give Mobile Tech in Sutton Coldfield a big shout out. Grace Church Centre, the parade, Sutton. Couldn't be a laptop. I've got more tap than a woodpecker, haven't I? So thank you very much to that guy in there. Here we are. Here's Ryan. Women love him. Men want to play golf with him. How you doing, Ryan?
Mate, yeah, all good, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm just trying to get this picture up, looking a bit bigger on here. What's going on? Hang on. There we are. Where are you, mate? Oh, you there? It's not looking good, is it? This. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Video settings. Here we are. That's a bit better, isn't it? It's always a nightmare when you're on a new one, isn't it?
What have you gone for?
I got one of the Mac things, but I couldn't do it, mate. I couldn't. I had Liam on yesterday for a disaster. I've gone back in and I've said, where am I going wrong here on my channel and all that? And it turns out one of them worked there. So I'm ended up with this for now. A Hewlett Packard. Only a second hander, but it's like, no. So, but I couldn't
Yeah.
work that Apple one. I couldn't get thumbnails up. And if you don't know what you're doing, we're not fetched up, are we, with computers at our age, are we?
I'm
Like,
not your age, mate, but I'm not.
go on, you sod. So I was trying to figure it all out. That meeting. What do I go on to here to get
Oh,
it
no,
on?
I'm still useless. I'm absolutely rudderless where IT is concerned, mate, but I'm
Yeah.
just remarking that there's a bit of an age difference.
Bit of a what? Is there a big picture of you at bottom and a little one of me at top?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'll do today, mate. That'll do today for me. It's all good stuff. What you been up to? You been busy?
No, you know what, mate? I've been off work the last week. I've been a bit ill for like a good
Yeah.
few months. So I had a week off work, mate, just to try and get myself boxed off and back firing on all cylinders, mate. What about you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Obviously, you've seen the back and forth about with Cobra. He says he's coming on, mate, and then he's changed it to I've got to go up to his house. And, well, when all's said and done, if he bottles it, what can I do? It's not what I can do, is there?
No, nothing, mate. You've
He
applied
says
the.
he's never
I think
bottled out in
everyone
his life, but I don't know.
money talks done it though these days. Like where that kind of thing's concerned, I think he knows that he will be put under the cosh.
Of course, he's going to be, man. We can't have this, can we?
No.
Messing about. It's I thought, well, personally, I thought he bottled it in Conor Benn interview, but he's going to say you're only allowed to ask certain questions. Well, am I going to be allowed to ask certain questions if I go on his channel? I don't think I am. I don't think I am, mate, but we're going to see, aren't we?
Mm. What's the
We will
latest? When
see.
was the last time you heard of him?
Day before yesterday, Friday night, I think. So he's out there, isn't he? I think he's back today.
Yeah.
Um, it's all good stuff, isn't it? Well, let's hope it is. Right. Uh, somebody's got Kent's not happy with something commission.
Why?
I don't know. He's got it in for a few of them. So I don't know. Kent's all right, Kent. I like him.
Yeah, he knows. Hey, is he a corner man for someone? Like
Yeah,
someone
yeah. I've
decent?
seen a bit that. You see that bit. I forgot the kid's name, but I think he had a lot of amateur fights. Ken, he can fight. Like I've seen him at Bag and that. He'd be an handful.
Yeah, he speaks. He's like Terry. Right. Speaks from a good technical perspective. I like him.
Well, he studied his game, doesn't he? It's his life, isn't it, Ken? So
Yeah,
I
I
like
guess
Ken.
so. Yeah.
He's all right. You know, it'd be an hard night to box. I have to go to Boston Stranglehold and pluck his hair out. He ain't got nowhere. I'll take his cap off. He's into footy tops and that. He had that Wimbledon one on, didn't he? That Robbie
Yeah,
Earl
cut
used to
that.
wear.
Yeah, it's nice that.
Yeah. Somebody were giving him a bit of stick for, but there's no wrong with collecting tops. Is there into
Is,
that? I mean,
is
Dan
there?
Raphael used to email me when I worked for Big Ron, and he's got baseball cards going back to when baseball was first came out in America. Dan Raphael, if people want to ask him on Twitter, and
Yeah.
he's some of them are worth an absolute fortune. He's a collector of, well, that's their sport over there, isn't it? Baseball. He's a collector of them, of stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So, okay, right. Cal Yafai or Gal Yafai.
Yeah.
The Birmingham kid. And he's all right. Good fighter, but I think they thought they were getting that guy who'd had about 40 odd fights. I think they thought they were getting him at the right time, and he got absolutely flogged. That it looked to me like he was weight drained, Ryan, but he got flogged. You could give him a share of one round, couldn't you? If that,
I didn't give him any, mate.
Didn't you?
Nah, not a thing. I didn't give him a sniff of a round. Do you really think he was weight drained?
Yeah, I mean, the
What
fight.
makes you think that?
He didn't have no pop in his punches, did he, or anything? And when he fought Sonny Edwards, he bullied him, didn't he?
Yeah, but Sonny Edwards can't punch, and is a like. I mean, you'd struggle to classify Sonny Edwards as a quote unquote man. Yeah. He's prepubescent at best. I think he was just against a real man. I don't know whether they thought that they were getting Rodriguez at the right time either, because he's been in form. He's been in form. I think the problem that I saw with it, this is an Olympic gold medalist. There was no change up. Like, it's all one pace and one style, and it's like that's not really what boxing is. Like, not at a high level. Like, you have to adapt and change. Like the speed on his shots is always the same intensity. Like, take something off. Like, I don't know. Like,
no, conserve a bit of energy. Just do scoring shots instead of putting mustard on them. You mean that kind of?
Yeah, and if you've got a guy that's got, I think he's 26 knockouts in his 40 wins. Like, that's a massive puncher at that weight. You know, they're 6-7 stone men. They're not notorious for hitting hard.
6-7 stone.
You know what I'm saying? That's a banger for that weight. Like, I don't know. Is there no, like, find out what he's about. Find out, keep him at the end of your shots. Like, he's got long arms, Jafai. I don't know. It was poor game planning, big time. Or maybe that's just his ceiling. He's just got one style, and if that style don't work, he's in a bit of trouble.
Do you think Robert McCracken should really be taking a bit of flack for that performance? We've got Olympic
who else?
medalist there. Another one dropped on his lap off the conveyor belt at Sheffield. Do you think he should be taking some flack? Yes or no?
Yeah. I mean, do you not think so?
I think if it were Joe G, they'd have strung him up now, wouldn't they?
He'd have lost his job already this morning.
Yeah. You think
he'd have woke up to an email?
Will jump ship?
He's 32.
33, isn't he? 33. Is that age? You think?
Yeah. But like, who they're not going to send him to anyone, and he's not going to sort of be able to change how he does things. I don't know. Maybe he can, but I don't see why they would. Who he could go to that could change anything up. You will always revert to type.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Moving sideways. The pundits on the night.
Huh?
The pundits on the night, Ryan. Come on.
I said to you about Dave Allen, like, why have him on? I mean, listen, he seems like a good guy. He's played a character, but like, it was terrible, mate. Daft Dave, do you know what I mean? That's the actor. But he's changing everything that was, Darren Barker was trying his damnedest, and he has improved, by the way. But he was trying to like speak, and he turned it around about himself, and it's like, Dave, no one's interested. We're not watching. You're commentating. We want to know about the guys who were fighting. And he was changing the narrative, spinning it on himself. That's what I thought anyway. Maybe I'm being harsh.
But well, nobody's going to go against the grain on an Eddie Hills show, are they? Nobody's going to go, because they all want to get back on there and fill the boots. And they want all that coolness strutting about, don't they? Nobody's going to tell it straight. This is why they won't have Duke McKenzie on now. I know for a fact that Barry Hearn thinks Duke McKenzie is one of the best out there. How come he never gets his own gig? Why is that? If he's supposed to be one of the top dogs, why? Why is that?
Hey, you should get him on this channel.
Duke McKenzie.
Class.
I don't know his email or his number or anything. I don't know how to get in touch with him.
I will do anything and everything I can within my powers to find out those facts. And
all right, well, if anybody wants to get Duke McKenzie on here, you can do. But
you and him will be class.
Yeah, but what he's going to do, Ryan, is he's not going to want to burst his little talk sport bubble when he gets odd gig off here, because to get 500 quid for going in there, he might go on there 10 times a year. That's $5,000 in your bin. He's not going to want to burn his bridges. You see where I'm coming from? This because boxing's a small niche. You know, these people who go, oh, boxing's a massive sport. No, it isn't. Since my channel's been doing good the last few weeks, I don't put it in the sports section, put it in the comedy section. Right? And this is why views have gone up. It's not a massive sport. Fisherman Weekly do twice the amount of magazines that Ring Magazine do, or when they used to do it. It's all online now, isn't it? So if Fisherman Weekly does twice the sport and it doesn't get as much courage, boxing's like at the bottom of the pile, isn't it? Do you see where I'm coming from? So when you've got YouTubers doing boxing channels and they've got 1 million subscribers, they haven't got 1 million subscribers. Oh, bang on about it. They haven't. They're not there. Because they'd be getting at least half that, wouldn't they? With viewership. They'd be getting 500,000 a pop, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So it's not there. So these million subscriber men scratching around like everybody else for a few quid. The money's not there. You've got to do it as a hobby, and if you get something out of it, you're all right. Great. You might get something out of the job, and it might pay for your car on finance, your petrol and your car insurance, something like that. See what I mean? Or it might pay your mortgage and a few bills. Yeah. You're not going to make thousands of it off YouTube unless you put the time in. So you need access to them that do views. This is why, if you ask Coogan, well, they were asked one by Michelle Phelps, who's your best friends in boxing? All his best friends were Billy Joe, Conor Benn, Dave Allen, Eddie Hearn, Bricktop, and all them that do views, Fury, Joshua, all them. I didn't see one person who was a small fry who does no views. You know, everybody's got to do views. There's got to be something in it for you. See where I'm coming from? Very selfish sport. It's a disease, and I'm the cure. It is. So I say to people who do YouTube, and get something else going in your life. Treat it as an hobby. You pinch a few quid. Good if you don't. Whatever. But like I said, we're not beating 1 million subscribers on this channel. But the good thing is, I was looking this morning, 74,000 in the last 28 days. Different accounts have been on my channel. So what's it pushing now? 15.8 subs. If they don't want to subscribe, I can't make them, can I? But like I said, them that have got 1 million subscribers, bullshit.
Yeah, big time.
Okay. So what about Bellew's performance? Do you think they were trying to tell us something that were happening that wasn't happening?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, Yafai blocking shots and that. He didn't block that many to look by what I was seeing.
No.
You know what I mean? He just finding his range in round 6. He didn't look like he was finding his range to me. He looked like he didn't want to be in there. He looked like Sonny when Sonny were in there with him. Yeah. And I thought Sonny were only decent pundit on the night.
Yeah, he was. He was good. I always rate those. Sonny's really good.
He's got a career there. I'd like to see more of Sonny Edwards and more of Duke McKenzie. That's what I'd like to see. But we're not going to get that, are we?
They'd be a good double act as well. They'd be really good. They'd argue as well. Like, that'd be good, that.
But Duke McKenzie, for me, he's the big daddy-o. He's the big dog. with it because he tells it straight. He don't want to be everybody's pal. Oh, it's been pal, it's been pal, it's a pal of mine. Like Dennis at Fights on, he goes, "Oh, you're gonna do this show for me tonight." I goes, "I'm not doing it. I don't want to do that. I'll say something and mess it up for you." You've got Terry to do it. Terry Chappendama. He's bang on. But there has been times where Dennis has put his pals in on job and they didn't really know what they're doing. You got Richard Towers, who's decent level boxer, area level English level boxer, but he's not a pundit. Dennis's problem putting people into positions that they're not experts in. But what you're paying Richard Towers, you might as well put another couple of £100 on and get Duke McKenzie on, aren't you? That's how I look at it.
He could punch that Richard Towers. He could punch.
He don't punch though, and if he's got a problem with anybody, he just goes, he slaps you. Sends you skidding outside the pub.
An hard slap though.
Hard slap. Two-head jobber.
Yeah, definitely, mate. You know.
Okay, so
Bellew looked pissed off, to me, mate. Just to go back on Bellew. I know he's got a broken foot or something, but he looked pissed off. Like,
Bellew.
Yeah, he looked pissed off when I don't know what it was. He just didn't look happy at all, like on the weekend. I don't know.
Well, maybe the lass was nagging him.
Yeah, maybe.
What would you give the show overall? What do you think to other fights on it?
The matchmaking, considering that's like Top Dallas off, I thought the matchmaking was pretty solid. Aside from that, there was a female contest, and that was, whoever sanctioned that poor Hungarian girl getting in a boxing ring is they're criminals, because that was awful. That was really bad. But other than that, I thought the matchmaking was pretty solid throughout. I didn't think it was that bad of a card. Pat Brown was in against an awkward guy that was quite tall. I thought it was all right. A Liam Taylor fight was. I know Liam. Well, I used to knock around with him a little bit. Liam's a good kid. He got beat by Conor Walker, but that was a great fight. Gutted about it, but that was a top fight. I thought it was decent.
Okay.
Did you?
Okay. It was a 6 for me. Tom Plankerwood Dallas, matchmaker of the year, Pop Bang. Speaking of old Pop Bang, Ryan, where is he?
I've not seen him, mate. Not sight of sound. Not sight of sound, mate. Not sight of sound. He needs to make a comeback. He needs to call someone out.
He needs to call Big John Fury. Give me a big kiss. He needs to call somebody out so we can have something to talk about, doesn't
This is it,
Are him and Mickey Theo ever going to have a fight, or are they just big fighting men that don't fight?
With hindsight, mate, I would have loved to have seen John spark that Mickey Theo clean out.
Well, he's like a Jordan Mancunian.
Yeah, pretty much. But then billboard. Where did you put them billboards, by the way?
Billboards?
Yeah.
I think I've done about 19 or 20 altogether. Put them in two in Deansgate. Oh. Without permission.
That'd have got straight back to him as well.
That's on. Clipper boards. Piccadilly, under Railway. That was the first one. Man City Ground outside there. Carrington. Is it Carrington? No, not.
It's more
when I take Dennis's fighters when they come from Nigeria for Commonwealth belt, you have to take them for a blood test. Smack opposite there. Manchester City Ground. Is that near the main city ground, the training ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I put one on there on that dual carriage. And one just further down from there, but over at Row. That's 5. Couple in Sheffield. So I think about 7, Mick. So I did a Caldwell one as well, but that didn't stay up long, did it, Caldwell? No.
Those Fury ones, though, mate, that'd have been, that's good banter, that. Very good.
In fact, and we put one up. I think I stuck Big Malcolm one. Do you remember the one with Big Malcolm?
Where did you put that?
Me and Big Malcolm, that were in Manchester. That were near Chinatown.
Oh, really?
Well, they're all big electronic ones up there now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, good. It was a good laugh. We had a bit of a good laugh. Mate, we had some fun. But like I said, if they'd really wanted to get at it, and both of them are not short of a few quid, if they'd wanted to fight, it would have happened. But It just shows you. John made the mistake, shooting his mouth off. He
Yeah.
got called. His bluff were called, and he didn't take up for the offer. Not to mention about I'll fight any man over this age, over 50, didn't he? For money or for free, in the ring
Yeah.
or on the hard road. His words.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, so he's full of shit. It's a bit like when he lost some money and didn't pay playing in a game of cards years ago. He went all the way on to some hand that were about 10 high or something, and he lost. And he didn't pay. That's what you're up against. Right. Turkey. Is he going to make a change to boxing, do you think?
What change could he make?
Well, he's in with Dana White now, who's never really been involved in boxing. But obviously, they've got the financial. And
Yeah.
Eddie's saying he wants to work with Dana and the rivals and more people involved, the better. But look, Eddie likes it all his own way, and he's not got it his own way now, has he? Because Bricktop's got all the heavyweights into position now. He's like a guy on computer battleship, putting them all into position. You're there with a little tugboat trying to do a runner. And they're all into position now. Like Chisora, Parker, Moses Atoma, Akoli. He's got Tyson Fury as well, Dubois. So he's in position, isn't he? I just feel that Turkey's going to have to do something a bit special to get involved in heavyweight scene now, isn't he? Really, they're going to have to do some signings. And do you think that he's something to do with Usyk now? Because he's left his promoter, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. But that makes me think that Usyk's going to continue after the Dubois beating.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, you'll flog Dubois, won't he?
Yeah, comfortably that.
Comfortably. Okay. I don't even know how long we've been on.
What could he do, though? What could he do? Like, realistically, the only thing Turkey could do is say, right, I'm buying Queensbury. I'm buying Matchroom. Boxer's done anyway. Golden Boy, I'm buying you. Top Rank, you're done. That's the only thing he could. PBC, I'm taking you. That's the only thing he could do to monopolize the whole thing, and then say to one broadcaster, right, we're with you. There's nothing elsewhere. It'd be billions and billions and billions of pounds. I mean, I know that they've probably got it there in Saudi, but
saying 5 billion, aren't they, to take it over? He's gonna have to put 5 billion in. But he's already bought Ring Magazine, hasn't he? And I look at the Ring Magazine YouTube channel now, and it's basically propaganda, isn't it? But nobody wants
garbage,
do they? They're all
garbage,
propaganda.
mate.
They're propaganda.
Yeah.
How can a promoter own Ring Magazine? Well, Oscar De La Hoya did, didn't he? But I think that's wrong because they can just do what they want with that ring belt, like Bernard Hopkins says, I'm fighting Calzaghe, I want a ring belt. There you go.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. We'll put ring belt online. No. When all said and done, right, the paying fight as well, and that's a good thing. And obviously looking after YouTubers out there. You know, it's all free gratis, free travel, free food, eat as much as you want, but no lager kind of thing. But let's hope that they do make a dent in the sport and they do good for the sport. But
yeah,
we're going to see. But like I said, they're going to need some artillery, and that's belts, isn't it, really? Some hardware.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I just don't see it happening, mate. I mean, I think that it'd dilute, it'd make the British boxing scene really bad if they did take it over. From a world perspective, I think it'd be great, but that's the only thing you could do is say to go and buy out all of the promoters. That is the only thing you could do, or buy all the contracts from all the other fighters. That I don't see what else they could implement to really take it over. Because if you're a British guy coming through, let's say you've just turned over now.
Yeah.
Well, right, okay, Turkey Al Sheikh and Dana White. Why am I going to go with you? Exactly. What have you done?
What have you
it's
done
not
for
realistic.
Me lately?
Huh?
What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? Yeah, nah. There's that, and I just don't. I don't see it happening. I don't. And again, if they're looking at a UFC model, a UFC model is based on elite. Like I know that they have a bit more of a ranking system now from my little experience with that, but I just don't see how it could be implemented. Be crazy augmentation.
Okay. Can we go on to part 2 about 10 past, mate? If that's all right. I just want to try and figure this laptop out because I'm a bit of a mongo on with this kind of stuff. So I'll see you at 10 past, yeah?
See you in a minute, mate. Bye-bye.
Ryan. Cheers, mate. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. That were Ryan from Lancashire. Wonder if he has Betty's Hot Pot. And we'll give another shout out to these today because they've done me proud today. Mobile Tech at Sutton Coldfield. And when they want to pet. Once he says, oh, Porky's Corner. See, what have I done wrong here with this, mate? Show me. Oh, you're Porky's Corner. Oh, look, this lad in here watches that. I was straight on it like Frotch. Pet. Every little bit helps. Thanks for liking and subscribing, leaving a comment. And thanks for sharing the videos as well. And the members is going out of the roof to get your videos before anybody. So thanks for people joining members area. Booyaka!